I did my first half marathon when my second kid was 10 months.
How old were they when you were diagnosed?
6 and 8. I saved my hair during chemo. We could talk about that after. After I rode 100 kilometers with a broken arm, I'm like, I'm going to finish this.
So the Ironman consists of it. The original is swimming for
3.8 kilometers.
Right. And then it's biking.
180 kilometers on the bike.
Right. And then it's
a marathon.
So what is it you want to do next now? Welcome to Be Great. And today's guest is, in my mind, the epitome of a true badass. Not your stereotypical OnlyFans chick who thinks because she's flashing her shit on screen that she's a bad bitch. This is a bad bitch. Lara Brown, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's my honor, truly. Let's start from the beginning, get through the rudimentary shit about how you got into running in the first place.
So I loved to run. I danced until I was 16. I wasn't very good at it, so it took running up. Mm-hmm. I did my first half marathon when my second kid was 10 months. I needed something to work towards. I like having goals. Mm-hmm. My cousin did a half marathon, and I'm like, well, she could do it. I could fucking do it. So let's go. And then I hired a coach. So I did a couple of those, got some good run times and stuff like that. Then hired a coach.
So a half marathon, I believe, is 13 miles, correct?
Right. So 21.1 kilometers.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So then a friend of mine at work, she's like, why don't you do a full? So I hired
26 miles.
26 miles. And I said, okay, fine, but I want to qualify for the Boston Marathon, because why run a marathon if you don't qualify for Boston? That was my mentality.
Sure. Okay.
So I hired her and I did it. I qualified for Boston on my first try. That was 2015.
Okay.
So that began my run career.
Okay.
So did a couple marathons, cool ones, Boston, Chicago, Toronto. And then I got divorced. Mm-hmm. And as a present to myself, I decided to sign up for Paris and Rome.
Yes.
Back-to-back marathons.
Okay.
Super cool. If there's a runner out there, I've done a lot of races around the world, and I highly recommend Rome. Like, I'm not a religious person at all, mm-hmm. but it was incredible. Like, you're running, and then, like, there's the Vatican, and you turn the corner, and you're in a piazza from built in the year, whatever. Super cool.
So before we get into the actual events, how does let's take a half marathon. How would you suggest someone prepares or start, if they're interested in starting to run, how does one start?
Half marathon's completely manageable training. I would say 4 or 5 times a week running. So like a 4, a 8K, a 10K, and then a long run on the weekend. And you just kind of, if you start with 10, then the next week you do 12 and you kind of build it up from there. Mm-hmm. The same thing with a marathon. You kind of have to have a strong sort of base, mm-hmm. and then you build it up slowly.
Okay. Fucking running is so hard on your knees, dude. How do you recover from that kind of training?
Honestly, like, knock on wood, I've had no knee issues. You have to switch your running shoes every 300, 400 kilometers. You got to buy a new pair.
Okay.
And then on your rest days, you got to rest.
Yeah.
And just do a lot of strength training as well, especially your legs, your glutes, your hams, to kind of make your legs strong. And then it helps you with the running.
And no other recovery, no esoteric shit like ice bath or red light or massages or anything like that?
I fucking hate massages. I'm very ticklish.
Okay.
So don't touch. But yeah, I don't like ice baths. Like, I just, sometimes Epsom salts.
Yeah, that's nice. I do that too.
With some wine, Epsom salts and bubbles. There you go. It's a nice recovery.
Fuck. So 5 days a week running and then a long run on the weekends.
Yeah. So like 3-4 times a week during the week, and then a long run on the weekend. And then you just build it up slowly. You can't run 10 kilometers one Sunday and then decide, okay, I'm going to run 16 the next week. That's dumb. Then you start getting injured. You just got to build it up, add 2 every week. Okay.
And do you run on road or on grass? Like, how do you, because as I understand it, the terrain will determine it's harder. Say, for example, running in sand is fucking hard.
Oh, fucking hard. And so snow. Snow's the same thing.
Yes.
So I used to be brave and run in snow when it was minus 30. You just kind of like bundle up.
Yeah. My boxing coach used to get me to do that.
And I am on the treadmill most of the time now.
It's not the same though.
It's not the same, but I find you could get a little faster because you're kind of cheating. You're picking a speed and holding it the whole time. There's no lights. There's no stopping.
Right.
But otherwise, the road. Like I just do the sidewalk. It depends on the marathon. If there's hills, I'll do like a lot of hill training.
Fuck, that's right. There's hills and shit.
Yeah. So the Young and York Mills, that I call them the mountains of Hog Hollow. Like but when you're running, it feels like a mountain. So I go up and down and just practice on those.
With the treadmill, so the treadmill I have is the one that's self-propelled. It doesn't go automatically. You have to make it move.
Right.
Right? But even doing that is still not the same as running on the fucking road.
It's not.
Right? And the other problem is if you're on the treadmill, you can run your half hour and then fuck off and get off. Whereas when you're on the road, as far as you go, you got to carry your ass back the other way. So
I don't do that. So when I do a long run outside, I live sort of midtown. So I'll end in Yorkville and I'll subway home. I live across the street from the subway.
Okay.
So I like to have a destination.
Yes.
So there's a cute little coffee shop in Yorkville called Coco.
Okay.
Down some stairs on Bel Air. So that's always my ending. You walk in, they're very Italian. Bella. I just kind of like a nice Euro vibe. So it feels like I run there, get a coffee, some treat there, and subway home.
Now, nutrition has to be a huge part for you. And I'm not going to get into fucking supplements or anything like that. But I mean, just strict macros, the amount of calories you're burning, do you eat a certain way?
Depends on the training cycle. Like you got to eat a lot when you're in the thick of things.
Yeah.
Lots of protein. You got to, lots of carbs also. You're burning a lot. Yeah. So I do watch what I eat, but there are days where I'm like, just give me some fucking French fries.
Yeah.
You got to have those moments.
For sure,
also.
dude. Yeah. So, okay. So you competed in various halves and fulls, did the Boston Marathon. Then you wanted to get into would it be Ironmans?
Ironman.
Ironman.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. Because shouldn't it be Iron Person? I'm like,
fuck off.
Fuck you right now. It's Ironman.
Yeah, fuck off. Oh my God. If anyone starts talking shit like that we need to start changing the genders of shit.
No,
fuck
it's
off.
Ironman and I'm proud. Like I have the tattoo and everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Europe, did Paris and Rome, came home, and I was feeling like complete shit.
So before we do that.
Yes.
So the Ironman consists of it. The original is swimming for
3.8 kilometers.
Right. And then it's biking.
180 kilometers on the bike.
Right. And then it's
a marathon.
A marathon.
42.2.
And you have to complete it within 17 hours. Look at this. I'm educated and shit, eh?
So proud.
I know. That's what reading gets you. So that alone is just an incredible task. Right. But, as we're going to get into, it's very easy to be strong when you're operating from a position of strength. And even if you take a look at it from operating from a position of neutrality, it's still easier to be strong. But let's go into what happened next to you. You came home and you started feeling like shit.
Started feeling complete shit. At the time I worked for the Raptors. And the Raptors were in the playoffs. Yeah, I spent 20 years at Maple Leaf Sports. The Raptors were in the playoffs, so I used to do a lot of hosting, late nights. Yeah. So I just kind of attributed the shitty feeling to just a burnout, plus coming off of 2 back-to-back marathons, which isn't, I don't really it's not the smartest thing you could do to your body. And then, so all I wanted to do was sleep, which isn't like me. Like I'm not the person to sit down and chill. I'm always like, go.
Yeah. What time do you go to bed?
I try before 12. That's my goal.
Yeah. What time do you get up?
I like to sleep. Depends on the day. 6:30 if I'm swimming, 7:30.
And you feel 6.5, 7 hours is enough?
Yeah, sometimes earlier. Like the other day I did 10 hours. Like I'll do 6, 7, 8, and then I'll need like a 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, so came home, felt like shit. A friend of mine was like, it's just jet lag. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. Like I shouldn't feel like this 3 weeks later. So I was in the shower one day and I never did breast exams ever. And I'm like, I'm going to do a breast exam. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I found a lump. So it was like a pea-sized lump on my right breast. And you get out of the shower and you like Google, right? You're like cyst versus cancer. But I called my doctor right away, which was the smartest thing I did. And it's a doctor I've seen since I was 15 years old. So she really knows me.
Right.
And I came in and I told her and she did an exam, like a and then I saw her write ASAP on the referral form to get a mammogram.
That's got to freak you out.
So I knew like this wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
So I was, had a mammogram, a biopsy, and an ultrasound within 2 hours.
Holy fuck.
Not of the, like a couple days late, like 4 days later. So they did it like everything right away.
Yeah.
And the surgeon comes in the room and she's like, well, we have to send it to pathology, but it's probably breast cancer. And
okay, so first of all, I fucking hate how unemotional doctors are, right? And I understand that there has to be a certain amount of self-preservation that they have to protect themselves with. But there was something that I went through some time ago, and there was I had an infection, and the doctor's like, and I'm like, well, what if you can't stop the infection? He goes, well, you're gonna die. I'm like, holy fuck, bro. Do you want to like just give me some time to prep for that? And I don't know. Sometimes I just feel that doctors, like, I understand why, but sometimes being on the receiving end, that's hard to fucking take.
yeah, she's like, yeah, if it's and I'm like, okay, so what if it's cancer? Well, you're gonna need, and all you hear is chemotherapy, and you're like, oh my god, like I have kids, and
yeah. So, now you had recently gotten divorced prior to finding out or after?
So this was 6 months after I was divorced. Already moved out, had my own place. My kids were 5 and 7.
Okay.
And so it like, wow. So yeah, complete shock. Came out of nowhere, no family history.
Oh,
like,
really?
I was a runner, never a smoker.
Yeah.
I don't eat red meat. So you think
really?
You're doing everything right, and then out of nowhere this comes.
Yeah, I know, man. That's strange though, because you're not predisposed in any way, genetically or poor lifestyle choices.
Nothing.
So you still don't eat red meat?
No, not since I was 13.
But you eat chicken and fish.
And yeah, I just don't like it. It's not a leather thing. I just don't like it.
Was there any involvement with him with the cancer? Did you not tell him? Because I understand you didn't tell your kids.
Yeah, so I didn't tell my kids, but I got my ex-husband involved right away because it's important. We have a great relationship. We have a really unique divorce where, we made it completely amicable for my kids, and because they were so little at the time. And we needed to be on the same page about this. And I also needed him, like, when I had my surgeries, to like, well, mom's away for the weekend, you're going to stay with me kind of thing. So I needed him on my side, and quite frankly, I love his family, and
nice.
They were extremely supportive as well.
Amazing.
So we didn't tell my kids because 6 months after, like a very traumatic point in their life, mom has cancer,
right?
And they learned in school about Terry Fox, and Terry Fox dies.
Sure.
So,
how old were they when you were diagnosed?
6 and 8.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, so mom and dad are now divorced, and now mom's going to die. So we kept it a secret, right or wrong. It was our choice. And I saved my hair during chemo. We could talk about that after. And so they didn't know. They didn't know what I was going through. And then I arranged to have chemo on Thursdays when they were with him for the weekend. So they were always with him on Thursdays. So
did you have any side effects from the chemo?
I did not.
Fuck.
So after I was diagnosed, I had a lumpectomy where they take the tumor out. So it wasn't like a complete mastectomy.
Yep.
They wouldn't do it. I was like, take my boobs, donate, like, here you go. They said no. It was very small.
Okay.
And that's extremely invasive. So they just took it out and we were done with that. And then I had 12 rounds of chemotherapy.
You said once
Thursday.
a week?
Once a week, every Thursday.
How long is the treatment?
So I saved my hair. I did a thing called cool capping where you put a cap on your hair and it freezes your hair follicle so it doesn't fall out.
No shit.
So it made my hair very thin.
Yeah.
But it didn't fall out. So when I was walking through Princess Margaret, you didn't know if I was a patient or someone there visiting someone. Like, you didn't know. So I had 12 rounds of chemo.
On a Thursday.
Once a week on a Thursday. So how I got through that was every Thursday I'd do a spin class. So I'd make my chemotherapy at 1:00. So I'd do a spin class or go for a run and then walk into the hospital and be like, I fucking got this. Let's go. So I think exercising and running throughout my whole treatment process, I didn't stop doing what I love to do.
Right.
Helped kept the side effects at bay, in my opinion.
Okay. What support did you have around you for this?
Oh, I had tons.
Okay, good.
Girlfriends, ex-husband came to therapy. My parents, my sister-in-law was incredible. So a ton of support.
When you first were diagnosed, how did your outlook change, or did it?
So when you are diagnosed with cancer or something very traumatic in your life, it's very easy to go down a dark hole, like a why not me?
Yep.
But okay, so 2 things. I once did a half marathon and I wanted to personal PB it, so personal best.
Sure.
And a friend of mine who's a coach said to me, there are 2 types of people in the world. There's victims and gamers. So the victims blame everything around, like the weather wasn't good, like whatever. but a gamer controls what they can control.
Sure.
So I took that with me to cancer. So I'm like, okay, I could be a why not me victim, but fuck, it is me.
Yes.
So why not me? When I did spin classes, the spin instructor, a friend of mine, Dana, she was like, why? She's a why not me girl, and she taught me that. She's like, because she does all this like motivational stuff during her classes, and
Sure.
she always said, why? Like, it's not why me, it's why not me. So that was my whole attitude. And I didn't want to go down that dark hole and sit on a couch and whatever. I just wanted to do what I love to do, run, bike, whatever. And that kind of like helped me get through it.
See, and to me, that attitude is like a fucking superhero mentality. To you know, go through a divorce, despite it being amicable, it's still shit to have to go through. Having to hide it from your children, despite the reasons, that's still something that has to weigh on you, that you need to at least put on a front so that your kids don't savvy up and say, what's wrong with mom? Then you get diagnosed with fucking cancer. You know, you have to go through the treatment of chemotherapy and then radiation. And, you know, you were very fortunate not to have side effects, but it's still not a fucking good day to go for chemo. Like,
no, like there were days where I wasn't feeling myself, but
Yes.
I was never like bedridden,
no puking.
no puking.
Jesus, dude.
So I don't know. I was able to like push through it. And I truly believe keeping active and living an active lifestyle played a major role in that.
But I think mindset has to play a part in that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, you know, as you said, it's very easy to say, fuck, right? Like my life's shit now, you know, and just feel sorry for yourself. And you know what? I don't know if that's so hard to think that that's what you would do. I think it's natural to feel, holy fuck, I just got, you know, the divorce and now I'm getting diagnosed with cancer and what the fuck. So, you know, in order to rise up from that position to me is honestly fucking incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, it was there, you know, it wasn't easy, but I was determined not to let that define me. So one of the things I remember most about having cancer is that the first time you meet your oncologist, so you have your like surgery, whatever, and then when you start needing other treatment, they refer you to an oncologist. So now I have an oncologist, and you go for the first meeting, and there's nurses and doctors, and my mom's crying. I'm like, stop fucking crying, or you could leave. Like, I don't need that right now.
Yeah.
But the doctors are like, okay, you need chemo, and they're like, well, you could do this chemo or this, or it's like choose your own adventure.
Sure.
I'm
And
like,
what were your options? So there was chemo?
no, it was like different types of chemo.
Oh.
And I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm your mother, your sister, your wife, what the fuck would you put me on? And whatever you decide, like, that's the chemo I'm going to use.
Okay.
And then the nurse comes in and she's like, well, you're going to have all these side effects. You're going to feel like shit and this. And I'm like, don't fucking tell me how to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe I won't feel those things and maybe it will be okay. But don't tell me how I'm going to feel.
But if you get 10 people and nine of those motherfuckers are puking and feeling like shit, I think you're an outlier, an example. You just decided and you beat the odds.
I was like, yeah, you're not going to tell me how to feel. So I got into Ironman because so every time I met a doctor, I would say, can I run? Like, can I run? I had surgery. Can I run? Yeah, take 2 weeks off. I'm like, you have 48 hours and I'm going back.
I do that too.
Yeah, 48 hours is like my limit, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, take it easy. I'm like, you're 48 hours. Okay.
That's what I just did because I tore my ligament in my knee, and my doctor, Dr. Minhas, is like, well, how long is it going to take me to go rolling? And this is prior to me finding out I actually tore it. He's like, well, you got to give it like 3 weeks. I'm giving you 1 week, and then we can get the diagnosis. And so I go tonight for an MRI on it and see where I fucking stand. But yeah, I do that. I negotiate with the doctors
all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I would run all the time. And then I had a meeting with my radiation oncologist, sorry.
Okay.
And she said to me, okay, I'm not a runner, but patients come in with energy like this and then it drops. So you should probably walk. And I left her office. I'm like, I'm going to do a fucking Ironman. That was like the turning moment for me. I'm like, don't tell me, like, you don't tell a runner to walk ever.
Yes.
Especially in this moment. So like, I'll never forget that. I walked out of Princess Margaret. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, I always wanted to do an Ironman.
Yes.
But it was something when I was 36, I'm like, oh, I'll do it in my 40s. Like, whatever, I got time. But you don't know. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do an Ironman.
Okay.
So that's how that
So how
happened.
did you start prepping for that?
So I bought a bike.
Okay.
Yeah. Bikes are a whole other story. They just come with the frame. You got to buy the wheel. Like, it's a whole other situation. And I hired a coach.
And all
yeah,
that
like
shit.
you got to, and then it's an hour and a half for the fitting to make sure that it's a serious business that I had no idea.
Okay.
And then I hired a coach. So when you do your first Ironman, because you're training 3 sports, you got to have a coach to like steer you in the right. I didn't know where to start, right?
Like,
So
just I don't know if that's overconfidence or arrogance, just to presume that fucking I'm going to go do an Ironman. Like, I dig that, man. The very fact that most people would say you're on crack. You just, at this point you had finished your treatments, correct?
yeah, so I started, okay, so rewind a little bit.
Okay.
So my goal throughout cancer, right or wrong again, this is my journey, guys. So like how I did it is my way, is that I wanted all the doctors to write on my file that she's fucking crazy. Like that was my goal. So 3 days after my 9th round of chemo, I decided to do a half marathon.
So, but at 9, you weren't completed your 12.
No, so it was at 3, yeah. So just after 9, I decided. My parents were horrified. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm like, fine, I won't wear a watch. So I left my Garmin at home. And as a runner, like you're attached to your watch. Like you got to like know your splits and hit certain targets. And like I left it at home. So I was just running, raw dogged it. No watch. And across the finish line. And I had an appointment with my oncologist. So that was Sunday. So the Tuesday I had to go see him. He's like, how you feeling? And they're always like, are you okay? That's my pet peeve. I'm like, I fucking did a half marathon 2 days ago. And he's like, get out of here. You're fine.
You still had to complete the other 3 sessions.
Yeah. I had to complete the other 3 sessions and then had 25 days of radiation. So it's 25 days after that. So they take a 3-week break.
Okay.
And then they start you on radiation. And I had 25 days in a row. And once that was complete.
How long is a radiation treatment?
Actually, it's super cool. So they tattoo you. I have 4 little dots. And it takes like 15 minutes because it has to be exact.
I thought it'd be longer.
And then, so it takes like 50 minutes to like set you up and line up the machines. And then it like goes around you and then another, and you're done. So it's like less than a minute for the actual treatment.
All right.
But what it does, it's super fucking cool because you can't see it. You just know that this machine's turning around you. And then all of a sudden, like your skin gets red. So picture suntanning.
Yep.
With no sunscreen.
Yep.
Like in this shitty weather.
Look.
But just like this, all day for 25 days in a row. Like you'd be pretty, raw, burn.
Yeah.
And your skin bleeds and stuff. And I still ran through that. So I went to the gym one day and I put on a sports bra and it hurt. So I'm like, fuck it, another bra. I wore 3 bras. I'm like, let's go. I wasn't stopping any of these workouts.
How long do you have to be free of cancer to be considered cancer-free?
I don't think you're ever truly cancer-free because it could come back at any time. But when you hit the 10-year mark, your statistics drop a lot. I've done everything I possibly can to help myself or prevent it from coming back. So my cancer was hormonal. So the estrogen in my body was actually feeding the tumor. So at 39, I had my ovaries removed and went into instant menopause. Good times. I'm always fucking 100 degrees. My house is 19 degrees at all times. If you touch my thermostat, like you're dead. You're dead. Like I'm always warm. It interferes a little with my training. I'll be running and then a hot flash will come. Like if I haven't been hydrating or I had caffeine, like there's certain triggers.
Okay.
I'll just get a hot flash and I'll just need to wait for it to pass and then I could go again. So it hasn't really stopped me from doing anything.
Being a male, I don't know exactly the symptoms of a hot flash.
It's like this heat that comes from within and it's like you just start sweating and then it passes. Like it's
how long does it take?
Like a couple minutes and then it goes away. So that's the wildest. Like I'm always warm.
So obviously removing your ovaries fucked your hormones up.
Yeah, I have 0 hormones in my body. Like I won't do hormone replacement therapy. Luckily, again, side effects are at bay. Just the hot flushes are a problem.
Why did you decide not to do HRT?
That was a choice I made because the hormones in my body fed the tumor. I'm like, I don't want any fucking hormones in my body. Out. And so far, so good. For me, I needed to sleep at night knowing that I've done everything I possibly can to help me. And this is like, check. Like I did the surgery, cancer, like chemo, radiation, ovary removal. I was on tamoxifen, which is a drug for 5 years. No side effects with that. And I thought it wasn't working. So I'm like, take out my ovaries. And then
I thought tamoxifen has some pretty horrible fucking side effects.
It does, but I had none. And so I didn't.
Jesus Christ, dude, you're a fucking mutant.
So I didn't think it was working. I'm like, why am I feeling normal on this? Because I've heard horror stories. Yes. I'm like, okay, take my fucking ovaries out because it suppresses your estrogen production anyway. So I'm like,
so bodybuilders take it
Yeah.
because when they're on a cycle, if they take too much testosterone, there's a spillover effect and it converts into estrogen, and therefore they take tamoxifen to crush the estrogen.
Yeah.
But it's also very fucking toxic.
So I was on that for 5 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I wanted, there's some studies out there to keep you on for 10. And I asked my oncologist, he's like, well, it's bad for your uterus. I'm like, take my fucking uterus out. And he's like, get out of here. So.
Oh my God. All right.
So I started training with my coach after I was finished radiation. So that was February, sort of like a timeline here. And my Ironman was October.
Okay. So that gave you.
You have like 10 months. You need 10 months sort of for an Ironman.
To prep.
Did
you ever swim before that? Like.
I did. I taught swimming lessons. So I like knew the fundamentals, but nothing like, even I thought I was pretty good then. I've improved over these past 7, like I'm much better now, but it takes that's the one of the swim, bike, run, like you could die in the water. If you're like panic attack, people die in the water. So it's the one that you
How
really
deep is
have
the water,
to,
by the way?
Depends where, like I've done oceans. I've done Barcelona and Italy. So you're swimming in the ocean, but I've done Muskoka.
So the waves are going to fuck you up.
Florida, the waves were like psychotic. And I've done Ironman Florida also. It's crazy waves.
And the temperature of the water is.
But you wear a wetsuit, so it makes it like in the 20s.
Swimming is tough, dude. I swim 100 laps in my pool prior to fucking my knee up, but that would be my cardio.
Yeah, it's hard.
Fucking right it is, man.
Yeah.
And do you have a particular stroke?
Front crawl. You have to.
Yeah. Oh, you have to do.
Like there's no one. You could do breaststroke, but like I'd be like, hell's he doing?
Yeah.
You got to like look profesh. So
okay.
I front crawl it the whole way.
That's even harder than the breaststroke because I monitor. I change it between the breaststroke on a lap and then do the crawl.
Yeah.
Or side sometimes.
Once you get the breathing down and you really learn to relax, it just kind of all clicks together.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of the 3, what's the hardest for you?
Probably the run.
Really?
Because you've done a swim and the 180 on the bike. Now you got to run a marathon.
Right.
So the last, I'd say 15 kilometers, you're really starting to question your fucking life choices. Like, well, what was I thinking? How, like, why do I do this? I'm so stupid. Like, but then you finish, you're like, I can't wait to do it again.
So let's talk about that moment of question. So there's one particular time for me that stood out, and I was sparring with my boxing coach, and he was just fucking beating me like a drum. Just not out of malicious. He wasn't being malicious. He's like a fucking master at boxing. And he would just be beating the shit out of me in my head. Just pop, hitting my head constantly. And there was a point I remember, I'm like, I fucking had enough of this shit. I want to stop. I don't want to fucking do this anymore. And there was this crystal clear moment where I just said to myself, fuck this. And you just keep going. Right. And I think there's points in your life, be it activity or exercise. I think there are points in your life when you just have reached that precipice of giving up or just biting down and moving forward. So when you reach those points, and you had several, the divorce still had to have an effect. Finding out you had cancer, there had to be moments in your life where you're just like, fuck this shit.
Yes and no. Like I have 2 kids, so everything I've done is for them.
Nice.
So when I was going through treatment and they didn't know, we did tell them like a year later on our own terms when I was okay and everything. I wanted them to like all they saw was mom doesn't run anymore. Now she swim bikes and runs, and she trains. When I go to bed, she goes on her bike and rides late because they were little. I couldn't just leave them alone.
Sure.
So all they saw was mom now riding her bike and doing this stuff. And to me, and then I finished my first Ironman. They were watching, and my ex-husband was filming them watch me cross the finish line.
Nice.
And they're like, there she is, there's mom. And I'm like, so those moments I go back to when I'm like, I've like, why do I do this still? But honestly, like I just fucking love it because I know that most people can't do it. And I like kind of, especially, you know, I like walking into Princess Margaret now. I still go for checkups.
Yeah.
And they look at my file. They're like, oh my God, talk to me about Ironman. Like how, like, so that's
what a fucking inspiration you are to people, dude.
I hope so. And I hope, like, why not you? Like, fuck.
Oh, I for sure. That's always been my motto in life, you know, and that to me is what somewhat sad when people just choose the easy path, or they don't go after what it is they truly want. And I think that's fucking sad. And I, you know, take someone like yourself for an example. You show that it's possible to achieve great things. And more than that, you've achieved great things from a shitty fucking position. Yeah. Like that's like I said, dude, that's superhero shit.
Thank you. Yeah. I give a lot back to Princess Margaret now. Like I do a lot for them.
Yeah, sponsor them too. Perfect Sports does we do their runs, right?
The rides.
All
of, and the hockey, you guys are all over there. And you know, and I do all their events and raise as much money possible for them because they're the real superheroes in all of this. So I use my story, like I finished and I came out okay. And now it's like my job to give back. So like more people could come out okay. And I always tell, like, I've spoken to a lot of women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm like, just fucking move. Like, go outside and walk or ride your, like, don't give up all the things you like. Just, you got to plow through it.
So nothing changed for you. Your appetite didn't change. Nothing.
Like you get like, you know, like a metally taste in your mouth, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. It could be fucking worse. Like I had stage 1, it could have been stage 2, 3, like, or, you know, God forbid, 4.
Yes.
So there's always someone who has it worse off than you. And this is the hand I was dealt with. So this is how I wanted to end it with a bang. And that was like, so I always tell to people, like, when you go through shit, like, what's your version of the Ironman? Like, you don't have to do the dumb shit I do, but like, what's your version of that Ironman? So that's what I hope my message comes across.
Right. And that's why I think it's so important for people to have purpose or like a goal or something. Because if you're not aiming or moving towards something, then what is it you're doing?
Yeah. And so that's also, like, again, back to my kids.
Yeah.
You know, you could do what you want to do.
I think it's a wonderful message to give your kids.
So, and they still know me. They're like, oh, if I say, oh, I'm going to do an Ironman, they're like, what? Mom, you're an Ironman? Tell me more. And I'm like, sit the fuck down. So now it's like a constant joke. So
okay,
they're cute.
So what is it you want to do next now?
So I've done 4 Ironman races, like 4 full and 4 half.
Would we still be the 3 events, just half the shit?
Just half the time. Like it's 1.9, 90, and a half marathon. Does
it have to be completed in, so 17, it would be what, 7, 8
hours?
8
hours? Like, I don't even know. I guess so.
Yeah.
I want to do, there's a whole bunch I want to do.
I heard there's an Ironman where it originated in Hawaii.
So you have to qualify for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
You have to come top 3 in your age group.
Yeah.
At a specific event. So, or you could do 10 iron and get grandfathered in. So maybe that's the way in.
And does it have to be 10 complete full Ironmans?
I think 10 full.
So you're at 4 now.
So I'm at 4.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Europe. I like the Euro ones. I've done Italy, Barcelona, Florida, and Maryland. This little silly town in Cambridge, Maryland I did. It's my first.
Okay. And do you have plans on competing again? Like, what's your next, what do you want to do next?
Oh, yeah. So lots, I want to do Austria or maybe Africa. Ironman. Yeah. I was born in South Africa. So I want to do the one there.
Yeah.
There's Ironman Jerusalem. It's been canceled for the past couple of years, but I'd like to do that one when it comes back.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And yeah, just keep going as much as I can. I'm still being coached now. He works with me year round. So
and how are they coaching you? Like, I mean, because at this point, you know everything there is to know about the event. So how are they coaching you? How are they making you better?
I'm still kind of slow. Like I know that I want to where I need to improve, and I'm working with a coach to get me there.
You have one coach for all 3 events?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Mark, and he's phenomenal. His wife's a pro triathlete, so he works with a lot of way younger than me, who podium and come like first, second, third. He's phenomenal.
Nice.
So every day there's an app called Training Peaks. I open it and I could see a week at a time. So I know like every day what I have to do. Then sometimes they're killer. Like track work is just to make you like, you got to do track work to become a faster runner. And yeah, so he pushes me every day to be better.
Do you still do weight resistant exercises, or is it strictly for the 3 events?
No, I do weight training about 4 days a week on top of all of this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so walk me through a day. What time do you get up?
So today I was up at 7:30 because I only had to do an hour bike ride.
Okay.
So
Do you do that at home or actually on the road?
I do it at home.
Okay.
I won't ride outside in the city. I live south.
Yep.
And I won't ride by myself. So if I ride in a group, we do ride, but north of the city.
Mhm.
So I did an hour bike ride. And then I work from home. So I went home and did some work, and here we are. But
Yeah.
Wednesdays are challenging. It's usually a swim and then get out of the water and do track work
Where do you go swim?
at the JCC.
Okay. Yep.
And then, Thursday's just a swim. Saturdays and Sundays are my long days. So at least a 2-hour ride and a 2-hour run on Sunday.
4 hours.
Yeah. Well, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So, okay, 2 hours. Yep.
Yeah. So it kind of varies, and then it will increase based on sort of where I am in the training cycle. I might do a marathon in the fall. So he'll bump up the run and drop the others, but still training all 3 all the time.
You know what pisses me off when you go swim laps in these fucking pools is that somebody inevitably goes in your fucking lane and they just sit there and you just got to swim around them, and I give them a dirty look like, you asshole, get on my fucking lane. And
So I don't mind sharing a lane. However, so at the JCC, they have slow, medium, and fast.
oh, okay.
The worst is when the fucker gets in the fast lane and then they start doing slow breaststroke when there's like people
Yeah.
who are swimming, right?
No, I don't even want people in my fucking lane.
So I'm not nice.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of my
Get
lane.
the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
the
I'm
same way when
swimming
you're
fast.
driving.
I'm like, no, you're not. And then if they don't move, I wear paddles for some, and I'll just clip them. Sorry, didn't see you.
No, I fucking
Get
hate
out of
it.
here.
So you're now training to get ready for a marathon in the fall.
And then an Ironman next year.
When next year? And where?
Either Austria in June or a fall one. I prefer them in the fall because then it gives you like the whole summer to ride outside and stuff.
The heat wouldn't be any different, would it?
Depends where. Like, they're usually October, November, as opposed to August. August, I wouldn't do one. So
Yeah, that would be hot as fuck.
it's terrible.
What do you think is your greatest asset?
I think my mental strength, I think.
I agree.
To push through and just think of, the why not me mentality is definitely my strength.
I would have to agree with you. I just knowing your story and the fact that you've been able to overcome what you did and compete in events that are fucking grueling and enjoy doing it speaks a lot about your mentality and your mindset. And honestly, you'll be such an inspiration, not only to like your kids, but to so many other people. But there are always going to be the soft fucks out there that just relish in playing the victim.
100%. And I've been around that, and I've had to like excuse myself from that. It's hard because people ask me to talk to people who've been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I won't say no, but then you get the why me people, and I'm like, okay, we're done here. Like I just can't relate to that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's all. It's a difficult road. Like I have a similar sort of mindset where I just can't grasp a person's inability or refusal to be more than they are, right? Like I don't get it. And not sometimes I come off as being insensitive or an asshole.
Right.
But I think if you have 2 choices in any situation, like you did, you could have either, when you were diagnosed, you could have either played the victim card or you could have you played the hero card. You were like, okay, well, this is the cards I've been dealt. I'm going to overcome and I'm going to keep moving forward. And I think when anybody is presented with those 2 choices, I don't understand why you wouldn't take
The high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know because I don't think the other way. Yeah, but you just my kids were so little. Like there were things in my life that kind of helped me push through. But you know, I was diagnosed with cancer. But what makes me special that it had to skip me? Like it was me. I had no and like yeah, you have no choice but to like what other choice did I have? Well, you're right. Like I did have a choice, and I took the one where like yeah, I'm going to end this and do this my way.
What do you think your legacy is going to be?
Yeah, to like do hard shit. I always tell my kids, do hard shit. To do hard shit, enjoy it, and just live life. Like be fucking happy and do the things you love to do. And if someone tells you no, be like, watch me. I could do this.
Outstanding. Yeah, dude, again, I 100% agree with you. There's always going to be people telling you can't do it for whatever reason. And I'm not interested in trying to figure out their mindset.
Yeah. So funny story. I did Ironman Florida in 2020, was it 2023, sorry. And it was in Florida, but like the shit part of Florida, right underneath the panhandle.
Okay.
So like right under Alabama, people call it Floribama. Like it was disgusting. So you know the show The Ozarks? Did you ever watch
that show, dude?
Okay, so when you're riding your bike 180 kilometers, it felt like you were in the Ozarks, like the trailer parks, Barry Trumpers, like it felt like the Ozarks, okay? Yep. And the cars were just flying by you. So 86 kilometers into my bike ride, I fucking go down. I fell. Like I was riding too close to the grass. I think I went for water and I clipped the grass and it just happened really quickly. I went down. So I picked up my bike.
What happens if you fuck your ride up, by the way?
You're out. Like, you're done.
No.
So I got up and I'm like, okay, my bike's okay. There's nothing wrong with my bike. Like, yes, I'm an Ironman and I have a fancy bike, but I don't fucking even know how to change a tire. Like, if there was something wrong with my bike, they have crews rolling around. But anyway, so got up and then I'm like, oh, my arm is sore. So it was my right arm. And so everything on my bike is made for a right-handed person. Like the gears I use, like the water bottles, it's all righty, okay? My arm was broken. I didn't know it. So I got back on my bike and I had to ride. So like I'm an arrow. So you're down like this and your gears are here. Yeah. I had to get my way through the next 100 kilometers. And then I got into the change room to put on my running shoes off the bike. And I had to have a volunteer help me do my zipper. So I had I'm like, fuck, my arm's fucking broken. And I also had a water bottle that I couldn't do this. So I just thought, well, I'm like, I'm not stopping. Like I had a friend there, my parent, like everyone was following along on the app. Like you could watch me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I'm stopping this. So I ran a marathon after I rode 100 kilometers with a broken arm, like this. I'm like, I'm going to finish this. And then when I needed a drink, I had to put the water bottle like here. And like, it was all like super weird. Anyways, I finished.
In time?
In 13:40 something. So my worst time of an Ironman.
Well, dude, you're gimped out.
I totally broken arm. Had to pee, like it was awful. Going in the medical.
So let's talk about shit like that. Okay, first of all, is there any, so after you finish, let's just say the swim, is there any time in between the swim to the bike?
Yeah, so when you get in the water, you wear a chip on your ankle. It starts the second you get in the water. So that when you get out, your time, it's called like your transition times.
Okay.
So you have to put your helmet on and all your bike shit, but the timing is, the time is still like, the clock is ticking.
Okay.
So you could pee and whatever, but again, like it all adds up to your total time. So yeah. Anyway, so I finished.
So what if you have to go to the bathroom? Like for real?
I do. Like there are on the bike course, there are porta potties.
Okay.
So usually I'll stop once. The bike 180 kilometers takes about 6 hours or longer. Like you do need to pee.
Yeah.
Especially because you're taking in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's porta potties. If you're a dude, you could stop and just go wherever. But
yeah, true enough. Piss on the way.
There are like professionals do piss in their pants.
No way.
They'll stand up like on their bike and I've seen it and it just goes down their leg, but I couldn't do it. Cause they're competing for like they're pro, like this is all they do. So they pee in their pants.
Still, I don't care how much money I make. I'm not pissing on my fucking leg. So then you go from the swim to the bike and then So as you could take as long as you like in between the events, but that's still going to add to your
It
total
adds to your
time.
total time. Yeah.
All right. So you don't want to fuck around.
No. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. 17 hours though. What about, do you get hungry at all? It's just,
So when you're on the bike, you
Yeah.
have to take in 300 calories an hour. It depends on your body weight. So for me, I have to have 70 grams of carbs and then a lot of calories and then sodium.
sure.
So there's a thing on your bike. It's called a bento box.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
And it sits on the bike, and I fill it with all my shit. And you're eating
like actual food.
it's gummies, like gummy electrolytes. So I have 7 bags. So each bag is 10.
Yeah.
You have to eat one an hour, like a bag an hour. So I have 70 gummies that I have to eat before I get off the bike.
Okay.
You're constantly like eating, and then your drinks are full. They're electrolytes, but
Yeah.
like for endurance.
Yes,
so they're
yes.
like pretty powerful stuff.
I believe Jason was talking to you about an upgrade to our electrolyte drink to make it for endurance as well.
Yeah, so Jay made me customize.
I know I had it. It's fucking good.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be bringing that out.
amazing.
But it is for an elite clientele, right?
Yeah.
It's not everybody goes balls deep like that.
No, and then when you go on the run, you have to take in a gel every 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So you're constantly taking in nutrition.
What alerts you to the time you need to eat? Your watch, I presume?
It's kind of just like I'm so used to it. So every 5 minutes or so, you just take it in. And then you have salt tabs. So when you kind of feel low or crampy, you pop the salt. Like you kind of know when you need them and you just pop salt.
Nice.
So-
And in the water, you're nothing, right?
The water have the high electrolyte drinks, but I have 5 bottles on my bike, and then you could switch them out during the run. Like
No, in the water when you're swimming.
Oh, in the swimming, no, nothing.
And how long does the swim take again?
An hour 20, I did it. Is my fastest time.
Okay. How many kilometers in
3.8,
how many miles?
2.3, I think.
I got to see if I can do that.
In a 25-meter pool, it's 159 lengths.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So now I need to do 59 more because it generally takes me to do an hour. It takes me about, 100 in my 25-meter pool. 25-meter pool, you said?
Meters, yeah.
Yes. Okay. It takes about 45 minutes for me to do 100. So I got to do another 59 in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's true too, because you're swimming against tides and waves and shit.
Yeah.
And sharks.
Jellyfish.
Yes. I've been stung by one of those. That's no fucking joke.
No, thank God for the wetsuit, because they come by you and you're like this, but you're in a wetsuit. So you're like, get out of here.
Is there any time of getting lost? I'm horrible with directions, dude. Like I get lost so fucking easy. So is it because you have people around you, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Like I'm nowhere in the front of
Yes.
the pack, but so there's people around you, and their signage is really good.
Okay.
Usually the course loops. So especially in Europe, because they shut down the roads, so you have to do the same thing twice.
Oh, okay.
So like 90 and 90. So it's very easy to you can't get lost.
Don't be so sure. So after the event ends, what do you do for yourself? Like, what the fuck do you do?
After it ends, the shower is because you're just full of salt and sweat and disgustingness.
Yeah.
So just the longest shower in life.
Yeah.
And usually ice cream. It's all I want to eat, because you're taking in all this shit all day. You're bloated, and like I can't eat that night, like a meal. Like I just don't want to. So I usually have yogurt, or like when I was in Italy, I'm like gelato, like
Nice.
this high,
Yeah.
and try and sleep. And it's the worst sleep of your life. You're like, oh, fuck.
Are
Like,
you
everything hurts.
sore?
Everything hurts.
How long does it take you to recover from a marathon?
Uh,
An Ironman?
Not long. Like when I was because the last one I did was Barcelona.
Yes.
So we were in Barcelona for 2 more days after the Ironman, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm not going to stay in the hotel. So I just walked for hours and hours, and it kind of like fleshes it out.
Thus far, I would say you are one of the greatest examples of what you can achieve when you put your mind to something. Honest, it's been a fucking honor hearing your story.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is proof that you can achieve whatever it is you put your fucking mind to. And if you don't accomplish your shit, that's on you. Be great.